Welcome back, folks. This is Len, Dusty Roads Restorations, back on the old 55. So I'm glad you joined me again today. Gonna be de-trimming the hood. So it's kind of one of the things I'm getting ready to do is take the hood latch loose, and kind of remember to not a very pleasant moment in the build. So when I originally built this, of course, here again, I was a teenager, and it would have been probably when I was about 18 or 19, well, probably about 19. I got to take it for a spin for the first time, and going down the road, all of a sudden the hood starts lifting a little bit, and all of a sudden it takes off, and the hood bird goes down the roof, and that's why there's a few dents on the roof, and goes flipping and flying all the way down on the road. I was just sick, and so obviously there was something wrong with that hood latch. So whenever you're building a car, make sure that you've got a good hood latch. So I learned the hard way. So this was I talked a little bit before about buying a 4-door 55 Chevy station wagon, and this was actually the hood that came off the old station wagon, or it might have been something else, but I think that's where it came from. Obviously that first hood was ruined. I'm just going to take these bolts loose. And so this was a good hood latch, but here again, it's always important to check it before you start using it. So obviously want to make sure that it's lubed up and good to go. Notice I have my little plastic bag here for my parts, so I'm going to keep everything in there. Like I said, main reason I want to do the de-trim everything is basically just to get it out of the way, so that it's going to be a while before I get to doing any repairs on the on the hood and actually getting it back on the car. So it's better to get it out of the way. Do some rig and roll to get that out of there, but this is the hood latch, and like I said, it was a good one, and it's still functioning. So always important to make sure you're doing that. And I'm going to take some screws out of the hood bird, and these are getting kind of pricey to find, and this one was the I don't think this one was on the car, if I remember right. I still am in search of the pictures of the 55 when I bought it. I am pretty sure it didn't have a hood bird on it at the time. Now you see some, they do make some new hoods without the hood bird, but I don't know. I'm kind of old school. I'm not kind of old school. I am old school, but I kind of like the looks of the hood bird. Kind of shows the, kind of the flavor of that era. It was all about chrome and a lot of flashiness, and while a lot of people have done some 55s, and I do think that they do look cool with that smooth look. I mean, I don't fault somebody in doing that. They actually sell a new hood without the hood bird location. I think just for me, it's my personal taste. I think it kind of shows that classic 55 Chevy look with the hood bird on there. So I'm probably going to go back with the hood bird. I know I'm going to. Now it doesn't mean that somewhere in the future I don't build a car that has the the other type of hood. So she's in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of pitting, but hey, it's an old car. Now I normally will bag things. On this particular case, I'm just going to put the screws back into the hood bird, and that way keep track of the screws. I did have one, I think, went down into this little trough here, so when it bounces out of there, I'll go find it. But and then I've got some of these other pieces that I'm going to unbolt. And I don't think I'm going to use my little impact. It just, those things are great, but sometimes they get a little carried away. So I'm going to just do it by hand. I got a new toolbox when I moved to the shop here, and I am still kind of transitioning all the tools over to my new toolbox. I've got my old Matco toolbox when I first started in the collision repair field, and it just didn't hold very much stuff anymore. And so if anybody can tell me out there in YouTube land why a brand new GoPro will all of a sudden just start shutting down and do a countdown. I've got a fresh battery and I have plenty of room on my disc or my thingamabobber. So why does that do that? Drives me crazy. In the process of actually gonna find some old my old digital camera I used to do a lot of stuff with. I'd given it to a friend of mine, gonna get it back, and I don't have to worry about it shutting off. But if anybody's got any ideas on that GoPro, why it does that, bleep bloop me in the comments. Tell me what's going on, because it's really aggravating. So if you happen to know, please tell me, because it is frustrating. So this is another cool part of the 55 are the emblems, the front emblem, and this one looks like it is an original, but it looks like it's in decent condition. Now you can buy this new center part, and you can buy the whole thing. I might use this over, but just get a new insert and make it all pretty again. But so you can get different parts for those. And here again, I'm just going to put the nut back on there and keep track of that. In addition to doing the hood, I'm also going to take the grill apart, and we'll kind of film that. Like I said, I don't want to get the chrome damaged. I'm going to be most likely, now I might not repaint the hood. I do probably have to repaint the fenders. They've got some spots where they've been, paint's been damaged. But minimum, I probably am going to re-edge the hood paint. In other words, paint the underside of it. I think this was one of those rush deals, because I see some flaking paint on the sides here. So yeah, it does need to be re-edged or painted on the inside again. So I will be doing that. Really, I don't think I'll replace the hood. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's not the world's greatest, but it's not bad either. It is original. I am not aware of whether the aftermarket, in other words, parts that are not made by GM but are reproduction, if they fit. So if any of you guys out there that have built 55s, here again, make some comments on that. How are the reproduction 55 Chevy hoods? I'd kind of like to know. I mean, this is not the last, well, God willing, it's not the last 55 I redo. So I'm sure I'm going to have some that maybe I can't come up with an original hood. How are the new reproduction hoods? I know there's companies like Gold Star and others that are out there. By the way, anybody wants to sponsor me, I would be happy to accept any kind of sponsorship. So if you are manufacturing some of those parts and want an honest assessment of them, I would definitely do that. So this is a hood bar. This one was also, when that hood flew off, also destroyed it as well. So that was not a good day for a poor guy just getting his car on the road for the first time and driving it. The other thing that kind of shocked me as my first started driving the 55, it drove awful. And I don't know, you know, of course it had been a drag car, but it wandered all over the road. It was very loose, and I don't know if that's just the way they were or if it was just this car. And we had new suspension and everything on it, but it was awful. And I was kind of sick because I thought, you know, I've spent you know, 4 or 5 years of my life building this thing, and I was pretty upset. And I remember my brother Daryl and I, we started looking into it and determined that maybe we could do a put a sway bar, a front sway bar. And actually I bought a front and a rear sway bar, but the rear sway bar was meant for an original 55 rear end, and this car has a 12-volt Positrack, so it didn't fit the 12-volt correctly, but the front end did, and it did fit all the bushings, and that was an aftermarket part, so all the bushings and stuff have fallen apart. And when the guys at MATC redid the front suspension, we couldn't find any components for that, you know, for the sway bar, so we didn't. The guys didn't put it back on. So it's just hanging loose. Now, be one of the parts that I need to replace, which is not a big deal. I know that they are out there and still made. So really, this is wasn't a whole lot on here, but we pretty well got it de-trimmed, and now I'll just be storing the hood away. So coming up shortly, we'll do a little bit of work on the grill. All right, so this is the little grill that goes in the car. Really a pretty good shape grill. I don't know if I had it re-chromed. I don't recall. But in any case, it was good shape. Here's another part that you can buy new. But I don't see why I would get one. This one's in really good shape. Well, unless I drop it or do something stupid. The part that's bolted to is a lower pan, and this is kind of a connector between the radiator support and the two fenders, and so it just has a few screws. One thing about the 55s or Tri-5s are fairly simple. You know, somebody said, or how are you gonna figure out how to put this thing back together? And you know, all candor, I mean, I'm not working on new collision vehicles every day, late model cars, but I have, and they are so much more complex than the 55. They're really a simple car. They were not real complicated. So yeah, it's not near the process to rebuild it. Now we'll point out this. So this is the in front of the grill is body color. Typically, it looks like I guess I did paint it. And then this side could be body color, or it could be black. So you could have it in either way. So and like I said, I'll take the probably take the bars off of the grill as well, just to store it a little bit easier. So they have these grill bars that go around here, and we'll take those loose. And these again are put on with speed nuts, which are kind of Kind of a simple little design. I'll hold it up to the camera if you can see them, but they basically have a little, almost like a little self-tapper, but a lot of older cars used to use what they call speed nuts, and this is the type that was used. Here again, I don't want to be careful. I don't want to use the little impact. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of torque, but I don't want to, I'd rather just take the hand pressure, take these loose. And these are typically called the grill bars when you're looking to buy them or refer to them. It does look like it got a little bit of surface rust here on the back, so I might do a little bit of, it looks like I got to take that grill bar all the way loose on the bottom to loosen up to get the sides off. So obviously that would have been the, I'm just going to put a bolt back in here, or nut back in here, just so that thing doesn't come flying off and damage it. I'd be not a very happy camper if that happens. So let's put the bolt back in here. Notice one thing is, the older I get, the harder it is to do something simple like put a bolt back on. If you're seasoned, you know, seasoned sounds better than old, but if you're seasoned, you'll know what I'm talking about. It just sometimes the hands don't work as good as you'd like them to, especially the fingers, just trying to get something that, like this. So it'll be interesting as I go forward with this process, some of the things that I'll run into as far as doing repairs. And I do a lot of restoration and redoing of antiques and what I call mantiques. And so, I mean, it's not like I'm not working with my hands all the time. I knew that was going to happen. Sorry about that, folks. It's alright, it's steel, it's tough. Now, I'm not editing that out because that's what happens when you're working on a car. I'm just showing you what not to do. And like I said, I'll probably get some help to put the hood and these parts up. I've got these really nice shells that my buddy Dan Holt helped me put up, and so I can get stuff up and out of my way, and especially like the hood and fenders and the grill. It's probably going to be some time before I get back on them because we got, you know, suspension to do, wiring. Probably plan on, you know, setting the engine in there first and getting it running before I ever put the front sheet metal back on. Well, I just got more access that way. So we got a lot of repairs to make first before we get to that point. But the grill bars are in nice shape. It looks like there's no pitting. Probably just need to be polished up. So these are the ends, and then this is the bar itself. It's like a little bit of pitting, but not bad. So these are what they call kind of a pot metal, and then got chrome plating on them, and they do deteriorate over time. I said those are ones that you can purchase new, so they are available. So really next thing will be taking an opportunity to kind of catalog everything, kind of look it over. I might make some notes as what I have to do, and then bag and tag all of the parts so that you know, they can be put away. So I've just got the headlights and stuff in there. I do want to show you those marks up on the roof of the 55, and that's from that hood, and that's actually the hood bar, or the hood bird on there, kind of like a jet. When it took off, that hood went flying. That's what did those marks. So I've got some of these what they're called as map cabinets, and I like them for storage and tool stuff. So I don't think the hood bird will fit in here, but some of the other stuff will. Kind of a place to store them. Speaking of, my good buddy Dan Holt gave me this 55 Chevy shop manual that he found, and it is absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, you know, I don't have the original engine in here, but a lot of the other components are all listed in there. So I want to thank Dan for hooking me up on that. So once again, folks, thank you for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. I want to try to grow this channel just so more folks can, especially if they got a 55, they can share ideas with me. I can share ideas with you, and get inspired. That's what's kind of got me this point. I've watched other folks, and they've inspired me to get my old car, no matter what it is, get it out of the garage, get it fixed, put it back together, start enjoying it. So once again, thank you folks for tuning in this morning, and we'll have more videos coming. But God bless you, and we'll see you again shortly. Bye-bye.